you can go to the next part, that is registration form setup, right? Registration form setups are of two types. One is registration form, basically, which is available on the attendee view or on the event landing page itself. And the RSVP form is something which is available whenever you are sending a special invite to a particular attendee. So let's start with how the registration form works. So in the registration, there are already certain fields which are mandatory, like first name, last name, email. So this will always be asked to the attendees. You don't need to change anything here. But yes, other than that, there are other features which are already available. There are other fields which are by default created, and you can switch them off, switch them on, depending upon your requirement. So as of now, I have created this. I have designation and company as certain fields that I want to ask my attendees. So you can see in this registration form, I have company, I have designation, and similarly, I have also marked that I want to ask people to describe themselves. So this is also available in the registration form, right? Now, let me add one more option, that is, what is your age? I want it to be a mandatory option. So as I mark this as mandatory, it's automatically included. Makes sense, right? Now, if I go and refresh the page, I can see that, oh, I'm so sorry, I need to just save this once. Yeah, all right. So, yeah. So what is your age is available here. So the form changes in real time. Whenever you want to add a certain field, you can simply go to the registration form section of your registration form setup, and you can add that field. Now, you might be noticing that there are certain fields that have this icon next to them. So these fields are basically created on a custom basis. So you are not restricted to just these fields, like describe yourself, phone, company, designation. You can create a new field with whatever you imagine as a custom field. So let me just do that for you. So I will click on add custom field. Ticket type, so you can select here. I can see, I'm not sure if you're able to see the drop downs in the screen sharing, but yes, there are three options that I'm getting when I'm clicking on the drop down. That is all, delegate pass, or RSVP for VIPs. Basically the ticket types that I can choose. So I can hear itself a lot that which ticket type will be asked this question, right? So if I click on delegate pass, that whoever is buying the delegate pass ticket, ask them this question. And should be a registration form or should be an RSVP form. Accordingly, you can choose the option, and then it will ask you what type of question field is it gonna be. So I can see the drop down here: single line text, paragraph, radio list, drop down list, and checkbox list. So here I'll just keep it like a single line text, because I specifically want to ask which is your favorite football team. Let's go with that this question today. Placeholder, you can enter your favorite football team. All right, so I think we have filled up all the required information, right? So let me click on create. Yes, so I have this thing, which is your favorite football team, and I have this applicable on delegate pass. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll include and make this mandatory for my registration form. And when I click on save, I should be able to see this on my registration form on the landing page. So yes, which is your favorite football team? Great. So I think this part is clear that you can set up specific registration form, which is available for the public to fill. You can even make it such that it is available for a certain ticket type. If there are two different ticket types available in the registration, then you can change the form completely for two different ticket types. I'll create one more ticket, and we will see how the flow goes if I have two different forms for two different tickets. So I'm just covering the form for one ticket type. Let's address another one as well. But before we do that, I just wanted to cover one more section, that we have here additional guests. right? So additional guest is marked for some fields, but not for others. So what does it actually mean? So additional guest means that whenever you are going to an event and you are bringing another guest, what data should be asked to those guests, right? So basically, if you are the primary ticket holder, you might want to fill up all the details, whatever the attendees are, or whatever the organizer is asking. But for additional guests, maybe we can limit the field so that it's a little bit easier for them to fill up all the data. But yes, it's completely customizable.